Hey, hold on a minute. Yeah, you heard me talking over the stream start shortly. Songs from Frozen in costume. I have never in my life. I have never in my life. Give me 1 second. We're gonna be on. Gemma's getting here. Thank you for being so patient, everyone.
I'm good.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Peanut gallery out there. Songs from Frozen. What the I had to deal with shenanigans. The biggest shenanigans. All right, we're here. We're live. Hi, everyone. Let me do our advertising.
Why doing Frozen karaoke? I didn't really put you as a Frozen person.
I mean, I have a frigid heart. Joking, you have been impatient the whole time. Thank you, Lionel. I have a super frozen heart forever. Everyone knows it.
Oh,
Gemma knows it.
really?
You know it.
He hasn't. He likes to tell everyone he has, but
Wait, what? Yeah, what? My heart is made of ice and detritus.
people who have got hearts of ice do not get so upset about their president.
Is that heart? Is that my heart or is that my mind? I feel like it wasn't my heart that was
I
offended.
feel like both complain, surely. Surely both complain.
No.
Really? Come on. You love your country. You know you do.
Ooh, that's a tough. You're so anti-nationalism. Is this a trap? Are you asking me to?
No, it's not a trap. No,
It's
no.
a trap.
Everyone loves their country to a nice regular
It's a
degree,
trap.
right?
It's a super
Yeah,
trap.
and you know, I don't
Super
think I don't
trap.
think loving your country and nationalism are the same thing,
Super trap.
right? It's not a trap.
I'd love my country a lot more if it owned your country. That's for sure.
No,
Mm.
you'd like your country more if it owned my country.
Yeah, that's my nationalism coming out. We should just.
You want to own? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we should take
no,
your country.
that might be
A massive
colonialism,
romantic.
man.
Massive, perhaps. Massive, perhaps. Romantic, not so sure. Um. Although, wait, hold on. You're just doing this to distract me.
No, 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 no. I reckon you have to be a romantic to agree to do the WRC. I think that everyone who gets involved in
Oh,
some
so,
way, shape, or form
I might
has
agree
to
that
be a
romantic
romantic.
does mean stupid.
You see, that's the thing. You're so in love with the idea of Mahjong and the World Riichi Championship that you do dumb things.
Hold on,
What
hold
else
on,
is
hold on. See,
romance?
this is Gemma. She's trying to distract me from the most important news of the day. And you know what that important news of the day is? Or it's actually the important news of yesterday.
Oh yes, rest in peace, Prince
Why
Philip.
aren't you wearing black?
This is the closest thing I've got to
It's your
black. I did
that's your
actually look to
morning
see if I have
jumper.
a black. Yeah, I've had a black cardigan, and the best I could do was a black hoodie. I'm
So
sorry. I'm
I
sorry,
gotta
Duke of
give
Edinburgh.
Prince Philip a little bit of credit. A little bit of credit here. Living to
Okay.
99. Like,
2 months before his 100th, though. Like he'd literally get
oh,
the
what a
Queen to
quitter.
give him his hundred. You know, you get if you lived 100 years, you used to get a telegram. Now you get a card, I guess, from the Queen. The Queen sends you a card in the UK if you live to 100.
That's gotta be so
So,
lame if you're like married to her. She's just like, oh, hello, you're still alive. Like, yeah, she noticed every day. Like,
anyway, so he didn't get his birthday card from the Queen. I mean, I guess he got a birthday card from the Queen probably every
oh my
year, so
god.
it probably wasn't such a big deal for him.
Sorry to hear that, Carol. I hope your mom is well. I hope everything goes. I never know what to say. Unfortunately, I never know what to say when people are ill, but I just hope everything goes as
Mm.
well as it could. You know, that's honestly. I hope it goes well. As
Yeah,
well as it
and
could.
that's you know.
But yeah,
That's the
poor
thing
Prince
about
Philip.
Prince Philip. Other people are going through current,
That's true. It's
He
it's
did
hard.
well. He did well.
99 years. I'm
He
gonna
had
say
the best
99
hair.
years is a good run. Is a good run. Um, what happens? Does anything happen to the monarchy now, or does everything just stay exactly as it is?
Oh, of course, something happens, Dave. It's the bloody monarchy. So, well, at the moment we're on 8 days of national mourning, I think.
Oh my god.
Um, I know. So, do you know what? This is the time for all my general flag hating. Then I'm like, okay, let's get this is the time to get the flags out. This is the good time for the flags, right? So everyone's got their flags out. They're flying them at half mast. And this is what I don't understand. So I think the Conservative Party have said that they also aren't going to go on, they're not going to do any media and stuff. I was like, wait, what? You're not going to do any media for a full week? You mean you're just not going to run the country for a week, or you're just going to run it and not tell us what you're doing?
Yeah, like
Oh,
wait,
it's so
how do you?
we do some weird things. Anyway, so now the thing that gets complicated, and this probably does means nothing to Americans,
Oh,
is
probably
because
not.
the
I love it.
prince, his title is the Duke of Edinburgh, right? He's got a few
Right,
other titles, but the big one is Duke of Edinburgh.
right.
And I don't think that title can go anywhere until the
Oh my god.
Queen's. Then I think Edward gets it, but I don't know.
I
And
just had a
so,
genius
you know,
idea.
it's a big title, right? So there's a lot of, like he did do a lot of good stuff. So he's got like a lot of youth work that he does. So he has like the Duke of Edinburgh Award that encourages kids to go out and do useful stuff in their community or engage with their environment. Blah blah blah. It's all very. It's actually really positive stuff. You know, I've got a lot of mean words sometimes to say about the monarchy, but that's a really good program. And I don't know what happens to that without its patron. So yeah, I don't know. And, you know, oh my
Weird.
God, the BBC, that's all they've shown for like the last 24 hours. Is Prince Philip's dead. I don't know how this is live news. That's what pisses me off. I'm like,
It
how is this live?
does.
He's still dead.
It gets really weird because I do feel like there's this. I mean, there's this overlap of ideas here. Like on the one hand, when a big news event happens, it's true that you can like say when it happens. Like the media can say, okay, the news event happened. And this isn't even about a particular death or anything. It's a particular news event, big thing, right? Big thing happened. We have our announcement. Big thing happened, and lots of people might not be tuned in. So you want to keep general awareness that big thing happened like present because people are going to tune in throughout the day and maybe they didn't know and maybe they didn't hear it, and the internet's probably compressed that time frame.
Oh yeah,
But like,
I mean, it should be on a cycle. Like every half hour,
yeah,
you run your 5 minute news piece, and just like
it
the
gets
BBC will.
weird when they start being like big thing happened. We're now doing 24 hours of like solid programming about big thing where we like try to desperately dig up more and more potentially interesting things to say about this big thing, which really there might just not be. And so now
Yeah,
we're just like saying nothing just to keep our big thing happened coverage going. And it's like,
and
why?
what does distress me as well is that the more you poke at it, you know, it's good, you know, and we have our regular coverage, you know. And Prince Philip's old. The BBC will have had a whole, you know, system. You know, as soon as
Right.
they
They've
heard that he
probably
dead,
been
they
reasonably prepared for what
yeah,
for this
exactly. You know,
eventuality.
people have already got obituaries drafted, and then you know they'll already have like a tribute program arranged. This has all been pre-done, right? You know, it's a big deal when one of our royal family dies. So they all had this pre-arranged, so they'll press the button and that'll start running, and that's kind of fine. But the problem is, the more you allow it to continue, the more the stupid people feel you know emboldened to say stupid shit. So today, Nigel Farage,
Wait, are we
our
talking
friend,
stupid funny or stupid like real bad?
I thought this was quite atrocious. Now, maybe just because, you know, I'm British and you know, it's not that I get emotional, but, you know, it does hurt us maybe more than others. But Nigel Farage came out and said, Prince Harry and Meghan will not be welcome back for the funeral. I'm like, well, wait. Fuck you, Nigel, to start off with.
Whoa.
I know. Okay, thank you. That's his fucking grandfather. Fuck you, Nigel.
Yeah, whoa.
Fuck
What?
you.
What
And that, but
title
that's
does
the
he hold? Does he
problem.
hold the title? Maybe he does hold the title.
Oh, Nigel, no,
Nigel.
no.
Then what does he have to do with the royal family?
But it pisses me. And that's the thing. Problem is, the more you run it, the more everyone tries to jump on that kind of zeitgeist, right? They want to be a part of it, rather than it just being a news piece. Now
That's
it's
a
like, oh,
rude. That's
that's how I get
rude.
retweets,
That's rude.
right? Right. He's an absolute fucking wanker, though. So,
God, I would have. I mean, frankly, again, maybe I'm just American, and so I just say shit. But like, yeah, I'd be like, don't you have no. I mean, forgetting royal family, forgetting nothing. Like, you're a stranger. You have no right to say anything about anything going on within my family at all.
yeah,
At least like this. At least like this. Like, yeah, the royal
yeah.
family has some more public affairs going on. So to some degree, yes, there are things that the royal family does that you could comment on. But like,
Yeah.
dude, how
I
do
mean,
you know?
I'm not even a royalist. I don't particularly like the family, but like, dude, it's a human being, and you know, he did do things, not things
Oh,
that I may have liked all the
honestly,
time, but he did things.
Farage even caring about the humanity of another person would be shocking to me. That. I mean, look, that man is a literal sock puppet. I don't.
He really is. He literally says anything to get on television,
Yeah,
and that's what pisses me off because more and more of them will start coming out of the
yeah,
woodwork
yeah.
and starting to say things, and then like leave this whole Oprah interview out of it. Like it's not part of it. It's just not. You
No,
know,
no.
you really want to respect Prince Philip and be God Save the Queen. Don't bring it up. You just let it go for the moment. You know?
I mean, whatever's going on
Yeah.
with that, frankly, like I get it's drama that's frankly it's popular drama. People like talking about it. People like gossiping about it. But at the end of the day, that has nothing to do with the death in the family. Like just things like that. It's just there's a line, and I'm not always the most decency pounding fist decency sort of person. But like there's a line. That's a personal thing. That's people's emotional relationships with each other. That has nothing to do with public life or policy at all. There's no reason to go there. There's just no reason to go there.
Exactly.
It's not okay.
Exactly.
It's not okay.
That's my feeling as well. So you know, I'm quite. Anyway, I tried to find the black. I didn't do very well.
Well, we tried. We tried.
To be fair, I haven't, and that's I never. We never wear black in my family funerals either. That's one thing I will draw a line on. I'm like, I'm not going to give him any more emotion than I gave to my family funerals, and that's pretty low.
I guess that's fair.
Because I'm British, so you know.
I guess we all died of the plague. No, no, no.
I don't know. I don't know. Like it's the same. I still like the whole public outpouring of grief after Diana died was really bizarre to me, and it's still
I, I,
still
I,
quite can't quite understand it.
but I don't know. I understand it more, and again, because also the United States lost. Uh, oh shit, the United States lost a member of our nobility yesterday, unfortunately.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, DMX.
I'm so
DMX
sorry. I do
passed
not know
away.
who that
It's
is.
okay. It's okay. He held many titles.
Was he a rapper? He
He
sounds
was.
like a
He
rapper.
was. He was.
Okay,
Yeah, he
right.
was.
Yes.
But
I don't know any rap,
it
so
is sad. He passed away at 50.
that's young. Yeah,
And yeah, that's the
that's
thing. And I feel like with Dan also, and the similarity there. It is unfortunate that DMX passed away. I'm sorry that that happened. But when people who are very young pass away, I think there's a lot more grief to be had there. There's a lot more, just, and that seems unfair, but it's like
I know, but Princess Diana, we literally shut down for like a week. You know,
maybe
like
it was
everything
retroactive guilt
shut.
for having treated her so poorly. Like,
Maybe I think there was a lot going on there, and I think sometimes it's because we can't share emotion with each other. Like there's suddenly these things happen, you know, in the wider society that allow us to
mm,
express grief that we couldn't express normally. You know,
mm.
um, I can be Cornish British. I can't be Cornish
Ooh,
English.
corned British. That's where they
I,
treat
I
you
yeah
with
exactly.
pepper.
I do complain about English, but I'm okay being British. Yeah.
So what's going on? Here's another big question. I guess we should figure out what our mahjong plan is for today. I don't want to be too
Well,
unmahjong-y.
I did actually set Twitch up on PlayStation. Oh my god, my PlayStation 5. No one told me I would have to redesign my entire sodding house to fit that monstrosity in.
Oh, it's big.
Right? Because I took out my PlayStation 4 because I was like, okay, because I've sold the PlayStation. You get a good price for secondhand PlayStation 4 still, right? So I'd sold the
Really?
PlayStation 4. Yeah,
I
I
gotta
got a
sell
really
one of
good price
mine.
for it. Yeah, I got a really good price for it.
Because I now have my PS5 and my PS4 Pro and my PS4. I now have three of them. And it's funny. Did you have a plain PS4?
You got me the PS4. I don't know what it was. It
Oh, I
was
think it
the
was a normal
small
PS4.
one.
Oh, I did. You're right.
Yeah,
I'm so great. I'm so great. But yeah,
you
it
are
was it
great.
was it was a normal one. Yeah, that's true. Because the PS4 Pro is like beefier. So
Yeah,
going from the
yeah, no,
PS4
this is
Pro to
true.
the PS5 was still a step up, but like that's a little. But I'm thinking now going from the normal PS4 to the PS, that thing's as big as your fridge.
Yeah, so
Like,
I took out the PS4 and I was like, oh, well, the PlayStation 5 is not going to fit in that
yeah.
space. So anyway, I got a good price for the PlayStation 4, despite it being a regular one. So I'm really happy with that.
Oh,
That
that's
means
great.
I managed to get some good money back. Anyway, so then I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to take everything out from under my television and just sort of, oh my god, it's really like,
It's like an obelisk.
have you found like look at the dust on this? I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's
Oh my god.
disgusting.
What have you done?
I know, right? It's like I don't know. It's like when Indiana Jones finds something that's like 2,000 years old. And
That lady's gonna be in the new Indiana Jones movie. Who did that TV series that everyone liked? She's from your land. What's her face?
there should never be any more Indiana Jones movies. But yeah.
Yeah, make another
Um,
one.
anyway, so I
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
oh the funny lady.
Yeah, she's gonna star with Harrison Ford in the new Indiana Jones movie.
I never saw that. I saw the first episode, and you know, I really don't like it when people break the fourth wall. Like,
Oh
I just
yeah, they
don't
do a
enjoy
lot of
it.
that in the first episode. They do less of it as they go on, but it still happens a bunch.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I liked it, but I could see if you don't like that device, you're not gonna be happy. But I thought it was a good show. I don't know. I thought it was a good show.
Yeah, it reminded
It's
me a
well
bit of,
written.
and if you remember the first Sex and the City, they were breaking the fourth wall all
I
the time.
never,
It just didn't
strangely,
work.
Sex in the City was never my jam.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's not. It's interesting. Now you can watch it with the as a window back into the 90s. It's quite interesting.
Well, that's
And
terrifying to me. I
you
don't
can
really.
enjoy how far we've come because you're watching it and you're like, ooh, we don't do that anymore.
I
Like it's
grew up
bad.
having to engage with a generation of women who believed Sex and the City was how life was supposed to work. So,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. I feel like maybe for you it was a little different because it was like this window into Americanism. So it was more
oh
like,
yeah,
oh, that's kind of
it was.
interesting. And no, but there were a good chunk of people, not every, definitely not everyone, but a good
You
chunk of
see,
people really were like, this is what life is. This is what adulthood is. I should be doing this. And it's kind of
you
like,
see, we were Bridget Jones over here. Everything was about being Bridget Jones, which I'm not sure was very good either.
What was Bridget Jones? Tell me about that.
Bridget Jones, you never watched it?
Hold on, Kyrell, I definitely would recommend Fleabag. Again, there's the first
Yeah,
season, the second season.
people. Yeah,
It's very interesting because they
lots
did
of
the
people.
first season and they were like done. They were like, we're done. And then they're like, oh, everyone loves it so much. So they did a second season that was very much like a different story. It wasn't bad. I actually thought it was very good, but it was just like a very different. It was very distinct, and I kind of like that. It definitely doesn't like flow first season, second season, continuing story for it. Like each season is very self-contained, but I liked it a lot. I thought it was a very good show. Sorry,
I
I'm sorry.
don't know why my thing won't start broadcasting. Just give it a second.
Okay, we'll see if this PS5 can get going so we can see.
It's obviously just a thing. Anyway, so yeah, so what was I talking? Oh yes, you must have watched Bridget Jones. I find it impossible.
Was it a movie?
They did a movie. They had a book that was actually better, obviously.
I did not really watch it. I got to be honest. I never really saw it.
It's just about a woman who's obsessed with her weight and being single.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. It was interesting in that it captured possibly the language of the time more than the actual story. The story's it's what do you call it? It's not a parody. It's kind of a parody of Pride and Prejudice.
Interesting.
So they changed it for the movie because there's so many British references. Maybe it's difficult. So there was a very famous version of Pride and Prejudice that involved Colin Firth. And they wanted to put Colin Firth in the Bridget Jones movie. But of course, if you put Colin Firth in the Bridget Jones movie, half of what happened in the book no longer makes sense. They basically rewrote it. But yeah, it's very funny. It's worth watching.
I'm going to say I like season 1 of Fleabag more than season 2. I like season 1 more than season 2, I have to say.
Why is it not? Oh, it's being slow. I don't know why it's slow.
I still thought season 2 was good, but I liked season 1 more. I don't know why that is. I feel like maybe... I don't know. That's a good question. Why did I like season 1 more than season 2?
Is that the one she wanted to write, or and season 2 was the one she was paid to write?
I mean, I don't know if that's how season 2 happened. Season 1 probably was like the most polished show. It was the thing that was made where you're pitching it like you know what it wants to be, you know where you want to go with it, you know how it should be, and then it's possible. I mean, I'm not going to say she was just paid to write season 2, but it is possible they were like, look, you're going to do a season 2. You really should. It's incredibly popular. We'll give you $50 million, and it's like. All right.
It probably, season 1 probably is in years in the making, right?
Yeah. I could see that. Like that makes a lot of sense to me. But I did think season 2 was good. Definitely was not. It was not one of those shows like Game of Thrones where it's like watch it until the end, but then just stop because if you watch the end, you'll hate the fact that you watched any of the other parts of the show. Like no show has vanished more quickly out of the cultural consensus than Game of Thrones. It's crazy. No one like. Even Lost, a television show where the payoff was the writers literally shrugging and saying, we don't fucking know, like has more fond memories from people than people who are literally ashamed to admit they watched Game of Thrones.
I've been kicked off the server, and now, because my character wasn't logged out properly, it's refusing to let me log in again.
Oh my God.
Second. I don't know. Like, it was really chugging, connecting to the data center as well. It says connection is excellent.
Weird. Honestly, Zaps, I feel like ending is the bravest thing a lot of media can do. I feel like there's a lot of times when things go well that people are pressured to just like keep producing, make another. And it's like the best artists I find in across many media types will just be like, either I'm going to make another, but it's going to be a totally new different thing because I'm done doing that old thing, or they'll just say, no, the story is done. Or the album is done, the band is done, like whatever. Like saying it's done, I think is a difficult choice, but oftentimes a better choice than just like going until everyone is ashamed of what you've made.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. I'm curious what she's been working on.
She has done things that I've enjoyed, but not been the front of house, if you see what I mean. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's obviously very clever. Okay, we're back on again.
All right, we're back
obviously, it's just a blip. Yeah. I haven't. Do you know what? Do you know I've been watching that I would not recommend? Prison Break. That's a terrible show, and I love it. Yeah, it's really bad. Like levels of bad I didn't understand were possible.
Well, I think also for the next Indiana Jones movie, they had to get rid of Shia LaBeouf because he's now #problematic.
Why is he problematic? What's he done?
Oh, he abused the crap out of his girlfriend. Real bad.
Oh.
Yeah, bad times.
One of
bad
those.
Times. Yeah, not good.
One of those.
God, it makes me so... Okay, I don't want to get ranting about...
I don't understand why these people do it, because they must know it's going to come out at some point.
For the record, my stifled rant is about the fact that it makes me so infuriated that there's so many people who, like, it turns out are so awful to the people who are closest to them, and I think that's terrible. So just to give the shape of that rant, it is not It is not a
No,
supportive
yeah, yeah,
Shia
yeah.
LaBeouf rant. It is an anti-abusing the people who care about you and love you rant, which you should never do. Um, no, Cannibal, that was someone else. That was some other dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there was some other dude who got like called out for sending all these really super gross and weird like "I'd like to kill and eat you" messages to people. It wasn't Shia LaBeouf though, as far as I'm remembering. It was not Shia LaBeouf, so he's not guilty of cannibalism, just of being an abusive piece of garbage. So,
I,
in our
he
daily
was always a
celebrity,
bit. He was always a bit weird, though, wasn't he?
he was always a bit weird. He did a lot of weird and questionable things, but like I don't know, man. There's a lot of it's just weird. And I think wasn't he one of those people who like, oh, Kara's talking about the song. Song? What song? There's a song? What's the song? I have to wait for chat. Um,
I can't. Oh my god, what? It's Twitch's. It's either Twitch's problem or why is it not connecting
are you
me?
live or are you not? Wait, are you not connected to Final Fantasy
I
or to
was
Twitch?
broadcasting. No, I was connected to Final Fantasy, and it keeps kicking me off Twitch.
Oh my god.
That's the problem. Wow, PlayStation 5, you're not as good as my PlayStation 4.
That's
Okay, now it
terrible.
says now broadcast.
All right, you'll maybe be online in a minute. I'm loading this up.
Yeah, I'm queuing in the queue at least, so that's happening.
Actual cannibal Sheila. Oh no, Shia LaBeouf. Even if he sings about being a cannibal, has not been accused of actual cannibalism.
Yet.
So there we go. Live now. Here we
Yet.
go. Here's an ad. So I'm gonna wait for this ad. Is this ad for Mortal Kombat the movie? It is an ad
Yes.
for Mortal Kombat the movie.
Oh my god, no, I got kicked off entirely. What's the matter with the connection?
Oh my god.
I'm really struggling today, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's doing this.
It's let's think about this. So far we have this, but now are you live or are you not live? You are live according to PlayStation 5.
Yeah, but it's now it's only connected to Twitch and not, so it must be a connection issue on my side.
Is someone downloading
No one's here. It's only me. Like
every
what does anything in here? No, I'll just say connection poor actually now to the data center.
Which data center are you connecting to?
Light, the European one.
Okay. Is Light having problems? If Light's having
I
problems,
wonder now. Yeah,
there might be an issue with Light.
yeah, maybe.
I don't have much
What
to
can we
say
rant
about
about
canals. Don't get boats stuck in them. That's pretty much.
And that's the other problem, right? Because we're all like everyone's in lockdown. No one's got anything to talk about anymore. So boring.
Yeah, I know. European data center.
How was your jab, Dave? Did you feel?
Oh
it
yes,
on
yes. Oh
afterwards, or
yes, that
fine?
did happen. That happened this past week. I'm a Pfizer miser.
You're
I don't know,
Pfizer.
I don't know if
Okay,
that's a
that's
good
good.
rhyme, but I'm a Pfizer miser. I got my first Pfizer shot. It was easier than I thought, in that I didn't even feel it. I straight up didn't feel it when the shot was given, at least. And I'm usually not so keen on needles, but it happened. And gerbils are downloading 10 hours of relaxing music for your gerbil. Still can't get us on. So are you trying to log in by now? Is it still problematic?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm back on now. It seems to
Oh,
be.
congratulations, Kaya.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Because I even did a test broadcast earlier today, so this is why I'm annoyed, because I knew it was fine before it came on.
My second shot is in 3 weeks now. Maybe 3. Is it 3 weeks? Beep, boop, boop. 3 weeks in a few days. I'm really
I
hyped
don't
for
know
it.
when I-
Oh, you have a software shot. Come to here, or go to Louisiana. I think like go to some red state where no one wants it, and they have 77,000 open slots.
My God.
We are just giving this away. Like we are literally like everyone. This is why I feel a little embarrassed to people not in the U.S., where it's like.
Yeah, but you know what? Like the density of places like New York City, that's exactly where they should be getting them.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as the U.S. goes, I feel bad because we literally just took it all. We're just like,
No.
dear world, can we have all the vaccine? And the companies were like, okay. And so now everyone else is like, we sure wish we could have any vaccine. And we're just like, ow, 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 ow.
There is one difference though, because you're relying on the ones that because AstraZeneca, I don't think is so much of a for-profit machine.
We're relying on, we got Pfizer and Moderna are the big
Correct.
ones.
Yeah, and they're the
sorry,
ones that are making
sorry to hear
big
that,
money.
Carol. It is really rough, and hospitals are really rough these days.
Oh God, yeah.
It's like the worst.
No, yeah. My gran actually has gone into hospital today. She was like, what was it? One side of her, she was getting tingles, and then it kind of like she just didn't stop, couldn't feel anything. And I was like, well, you should definitely go to the doctor because that sounds like a stroke. Anyway, so she's now gone to the doctor and she's now in the hospital, and yeah, no one can see her, unfortunately. Like, they just had to wheel her in and was like, bye. Like, that's really harsh for someone, because she's 95 or something. She's old.
Yeah, that's rough.
And I feel like, it's too old to be on your own.
No, it is. It is. Oh my God, there's so many. Yeah, we have all these appointment finder pages that help like look up where you can find appointments. There's an NYC one. There's TurboVax.
I'm playing Mahjong, by the way, now.
Are you live?
I am live. I should be live.
Let me see if it's all working. You're not live on Twitch. Wait, maybe you are. Hold on.
Give it a second. Yeah, it says like I've been live for not very long, so maybe that's why. Oh no.
Oh wait, no, here we go.
Oh no, I think the server's gonna kick me. It's lagging, isn't it?
Twitch or oh my God, we're trying so hard here.
Final Fantasy. I don't know what's going on. It's just it's not doing anything.
I'm so sad because I feel like we've accomplished this before so many times.
I know, right?
And now is the time that we're having the worst time. Yeah, you're offline for Twitch right now. Really?
Oh, yeah, okay. No, it kicked me off entirely. It says I'm still broadcast. Oh, and it's kicked me off, isn't it, showing the because it can't show the scene, can it? It can't show the scene because it's the data center.
Yeah, like you got 16 seconds. Well, you could switch to the other data center, but then we might be waiting for a game for a long time.
It's trying to put me back in this data center. Let me see if the other data center has a better connection. Let's see if that's true.
It's true.
But the thing is, I've already started a game on light.
Oh, that's true. Now you don't want to, yeah.
I feel like I should try and go back. That would be
we should see if we can make
pitches. I'm going to
another data
center. The world is really full as well. How can it be poor? Like, why is it poor? That's bullshit.
It's really weird.
Let me check how do I check my connection? Looks okay. It's the PlayStation problem. There's the last resort of Dave playing. It's true.
Oh, that's the last. I don't know if the data center's down, let's figure out what to do.
It's trying to put me back in the game again. Oh, look, I threw some good tiles.
Oh, no.
2 seconds, let me try and... It's really frustrating because I tested this to make sure it was working perfectly. I tested it. Okay, I should be there in like maybe 15 seconds.
All right, live now. Here we go. I see a game. Here we are.
So none of that first line discards. That's not me. I'm not taking responsibility for that.
But the Twitch stream is lagging slightly. Hold up. It's gonna refresh the page, see if Twitch can like reconnect to everything. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay. No, it's really not.
Is it Twitch? Or is it my connection? Because it seems to be working okay now.
Wait. Now Twitch is lagging like crazy. Maybe.
No, it stopped. No.
Oh my God.
You know, I'm just gonna. If I redo my router, then it's gonna kick us off here, isn't it?
It might, but if you need to, maybe you need to.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'll be back in a second.
Right, we're gonna punt Gemma. It's all backseat dropped. If it wasn't for the lag, I'd be fine with it. It'd be great. We almost got this working. I'm really sorry, guys. This is really not our finest hour of technical difficulties. But I'm gonna deliberately hang up on Gemma. She has to kick her out, so I deliberately hung up on Gemma. So we should lose her camera picture in a minute. No, I feel we're not presenting. What can I do? What can I do to entertain the masses whilst... Alright. Let's see. What is cool? Oh, I could play... Here, wait. Maybe I should do this. Hold on. I have to replug a few things. But let me see if I can't do this. I'm basically plugging my capture card back in. Which I'm apparently terrible at doing. Okay, maybe that worked. Let's find out. Because if I do that, I can play some solo Mahjong for a little bit in Clubhouse games. The weather forecast. Ugh, you always come up with these ideas. I want my Switch to turn on, though. That's what I really want. There we go. There we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. And now I can go back over here. Does this work? Here we go. We can do that. Learn to expect brilliance. Learn to expect genius. All right, so I'm going to switch back over here. You all can see my Switch and that I own many things. Too many things. So many things. New Monster Hunter's out. Which way den should it go? But I'm gonna stick to Mahjong. Because that's topical. And because we should, if I'm right. Are we not getting sound? I sure hope we're getting sound. I can just do desktop audio for the sound. Even though I wish. That's fine. It's fine. Get our Mahjong going on here. While we wait for Gemma
Riichi
to reset the
Mahjong.
universe.
I know one thing about...
Clubhouse does have online, but what I found two things about playing Clubhouse online. I found that, first of all, it was really hard to find a game. And second of all, whenever I played a game, I would just destroy whoever was playing, and then they would quit. And then the next time I went to find a game, I'd run into them again, because we were the only people looking for games, and then they'd quit again immediately. So... I'll try it. If folks want me to try it, I'll try it. But I also don't know how long it'll take. I don't know how long it'll take. You know, that's the other thing. When Gemma comes back, we're gonna move it. So you know, I won't. Because when Gemma comes back, we'll want to jump to her thing. And if I'm playing single player, I can just quit. Oh boy. Yeah, it felt a little mean. All right. So this is a pretty good starting hand. Oh my God, it's Gemma. She's calling me. Hold on. Let me bring her back. All right. Incoming call achieved. Gemma's back. Welcome back.
Hello.
Let me now remutify the Skype, and now I can hear the thing. I'm just poking at Clubhouse games while we waited for you.
It's connecting. Okay. Yes.
I'm gonna get rid of this one pin because this is a pretty sweet hand. Maybe I should have gotten the north.
So we did get a request which we couldn't do this week because it actually was quite complicated. Riichi asked that we discuss, and he sent me an example.
Riichi.
After Suzuki, do you know what that one is? That's where no one plays anymore, but that's where If you don't have Atazuke, like all Riichi Mahjong nowadays is Atazuke.
Oh, hold on.
Like
There's echo because of my. Hold on.
Yeah.
I
So
can fix that.
Atazuke is where you have to. So if you don't have Atazuke, it means that you have to have the Yaku already in your hand. You can't. You know, for example, you can't have 2 pair of a on a tile and run on that if that's your only Yaku.
I'm gonna throw this Dora.
Okay, this seems better now.
So far, so good. Are you? Oh God! Fine, game, fine. I just didn't want to throw the one so because I was like, oh, maybe I'll get a 2 so and that would be great. But instead, I just got rid of the Easts and now I'm the worst. It's pretty bad. It's alright. I won't draw anything. Punish immediately. It's true. Punish immediately for Dora discard. Alright, I'm letting Gemma get herself together.
I should be broadcasting now, hopefully.
I'm going to throw this 9-pin because it's safe. I don't really trust this. Here we go.
Ooh, I haven't lost any points.
Throw the 7-pin.
Oh, look at me! Despite someone being Riichi, I managed to not throw in. It's pretty impressive shit.
Oh my god. Alright, I'll reach this. 2-man, 5-man. I'll take it. Because I know a cross reached on the 5-man, so there's nothing I can do about that. It's Reach Pin Futanyao Ipeko. So I'll take that as well. But let's see if I can win it, and then we'll switch over to Gemma's game. I did! Yeah! Reach Pin Futanyao Ipeko.
Yay, it worked. I don't know what. It must have been a problem with my router. I don't know why. It
It must have been Gemma's poor router. Alright, so we'll cut out of my game and cut over to Gemma's game. Here we go. Look at that. Look how ready that all was to happen.
I need to get a new router, I think.
A router. A new
router. A new router.
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 So wait, this is still that first hand?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That went... Oh, it must have just timed out on you over and over and over again.
I don't think it... No, I don't think it waits that long. It wasn't out that long, was it?
It was a good 5 or 10 minutes.
Pretty good.
I'm just turning off my Switch. Later, it will be Super Monster Hunter time, but not now.
Oh god, another one. I've lost everyone to that game.
Well, I've been playing Final Fantasy. I'm finishing up the Bosjan things in Final Fantasy.
I've not seen you at all, ever.
I was online yesterday.
New one, I didn't see you.
I what? You just didn't look. You were too busy with your life.
I was too busy queuing for raids that never popped.
Ooh, I like the 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like there's a 1, 2, 3 Sanchoku possibility and a 2, 3, 4 Sanchoku possibility. Although player left is really going nuts with the wins.
Yeah. There we go. That's nice.
But maybe you'll get lucky. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that.
I don't need a 7-man, do I? You're quite far behind me. Maybe I'm not sure.
The 7-man just got drawn, and you just discarded it.
Okay, so you're 2 discards. I'll try to
Two
remember
discards
that.
behind. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Super
I'll try and remember
latency. I wonder if I can set this to be low latency. I wonder if I should mess with it at all, but maybe I can do that.
That must be a Twitch setting, right?
Yeah. Let me see. Is video buffering? Use the low latency toggle. You just got a chun, you just dealt a chun.
Yeah, okay, so you're not... Yeah, okay, one discard
I think I just caught up a bit.
Okay.
That's a pin. We got a pin flush. It looks like it's probably a pin flush.
Yeah.
2-pin Dora, so it's 1, 2. Yeah, it's a good hand. Oh no!
I made 4 life choices. Okay, well, that's just the way it goes.
It's alright, you'll get another 4-man, I'm sure. You'll just drop back.
I'm
A whole player told me they just bluff lots of push. They just bluff on it. Bluffing on it is valid. Like, I could definitely see doing that.
Oh yeah, bluffing on Itsu, yeah.
4-man, come back to us. Oh my god. Oh, it's the worst.
I'm not. I'm not.
No,
Not
no,
let
no,
you.
no, no, no,
No,
no,
no,
no, no,
no,
no.
no, no,
Not
no,
playing into
no.
that. Not playing into that. It's not worth it.
No.
It's not worth it.
No.
Ugh. That sucks, but there's really nothing to do but go around it.
They're delaying on that 5, so they might not be flushing it. Unless someone wanted to pawn it.
Unless it was a pawn. Yeah, it could be a pawn, but...
Should I throw that north?
Ooh. I might have actually, because it's come out. There's one across.
There's one. Nah, you can't.
I mean, you can.
Not now.
It's not,
Yeah,
you
but
should.
I've decided I'm folding.
That's true. If you just... Oh, wow, they threw another 2-pin across? What the heck?
Yeah, they're going for it. It's one safe, isn't
The 1 pin's also safe.
it? Mm.
But maybe... Oh, there's your last 4-man.
It's over, man. It's over.
Oh, wow.
No, they've obviously got something as well, but that's
great.
fine.
That's great. Welcome to Safetyville for you.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey.
Yeah, this is rough.
And the one pin is still pretty safe, to be honest, because there's
Yeah, because the 2s are very dead.
well, there's 1, 2 left, but you hope he's not got 2, 3 waiting on a 1, 4 and throwing 2, 2s, don't you? It's what you hope, at least.
7. Oh, wow. Tanya Dora too, sneaking in. Good work. Good work on the shutdown.
Like that.
I like that. I'm into that.
Okay. Do this.
I like this. 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 6, 7. We got a 4. We're next to the Dora. Like, we're in a good place. Too aggressive, anything good. It depends. I mean, I think one of the things that I think is important is the Are They Actually... I play the Are They Actually a Novice game a lot. I'm always wondering. I think it's important to be able to aggress. Like, I think playing aggressively for a while as a habit helps you learn how to aggress when it's time to aggress.
Mm-hmm.
And then you might want to start thinking, like, when should I be doing this? But, like, there's 2 steps, right? The first step is, like, do I know when I should be aggressive? And then am I good at being aggressive? And I think you can practice the technique of being aggressive a lot by just being aggressive all the time, maybe. And then later learn some of the more... I guess it's more like tactics versus strategy. The tactics of being aggressive. Wait, isn't tunneling cheating? I thought tunneling was cheating. You mean tunnel vision?
I think, like, I don't know. Certainly when I'm losing streaks, when I'm on losing streaks, it tends to be because I'm over aggressing.
Mm.
And pulling that in is what brings me back into a winning holding pattern.
I would be wary about 100% folding in the early game. Or you mean early on in your journey to Mahjong, or early on, like, in the course of a game?
Oh, this is an appalling weight, but I am East. This is an appalling weight. There's only 3 left, aren't there? Oh, well.
You could have taken the 4-7 weight.
Yeah, but I wanted the pin through as well. I don't think the 4-7 is particularly any better.
It's fine. E-pots.
I know.
You're good. You're fine.
After all that whining.
Yeah, after all that upset, you get a dealer Mangan. It must have been really rough for you.
It was a tough time, man. It was tough times.
For a new player. I think I agree, Cairo. Like, teaching players to always full ass is really important. You get into trouble when you half ass, unless you're really high level, in which case you know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah,
but
if you're in doubt, just fold or just go for it. Don't try to
finagle until you're more experienced. Ooh, a con.
Because inevitably that's when you're gonna that's inevitably when you're gonna throw in, is when you're kind of like trying to, like, oh, I'm too smart for this person, I can dance around it.
When you're like, I don't know, and then you're like, ooh, but it could be tempai. Like, when you do that, that's gonna get you in trouble. It's always gonna get you in trouble.
Yeah, you've got to have, the problem is, I think, for beginners, is to understand the value of their hand and the speed of their hand compared to the likely values and speeds of other people's hands. especially when it comes to things like, and this is where it gets funny, like people get really excited about things like Ipeco, and I'm like, it's one hand. It's not worth
Who gets
pushing.
excited about Ipeco? I've never been
And
excited
people love
in my
Ipeco.
life
They love it.
about
Like they'd be like,
anything.
oh, but what about Ipeco? And I'm like, really, Ipeco? But Chanta, get excited
Okay,
about Chanta.
for
It's
the
only one
record,
hand.
I get excited about Chanta.
See, we got some Ipeco fans right here.
I get hype for Chanta. I am hashtag hype for
But to be
Chanta.
fair, everyone has a point. Like there's some sort of Yaku, there's some sort of thing that they want to achieve. I've seen people, like even with Yakuman, right? Like they really go for Yakuman. I'm like, that Yakuman that's far away Yakuman. Maybe you need some. Maybe you need an exit strategy on this one, but they really want to get it, and then they start becoming blind to what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. First of all, that's just going to happen as a new player sometimes. Like that is just how it is.
Yeah, but I think even as experienced players, like I get blind for Sanchoku. I admit that I probably overly push them sometimes.
No, I think you'd appropriately focus on Sanchoku. Chitoi is great. I love Chitoi. I'm a big Chitoi fan.
It's the worst because it's going to end up in your discards. Bugger.
Oh my god, what? Oh no.
So I was going for that one.
Bland
So
joke.
I did.
It was worth going for, though. It was worth going for. 3 Dora,
1,
though.
2,
Jeez.
3 Dora.
But no flips. So.
Yeah, no flip.
3 original
Yeah, but I had
Dora.
3 Dora. So I could have been a dealer Mangan for me.
Yeah.
But I'm still comfortable at the moment.
You're still, well, you were up 12k, then down 8, so you're up 4k, so.
Yeah, do you know what? Mahjong, the points are not always. Yeah, the points are not always a good indicator of whether it's something to go for or not.
That's true. Yeah, points difficulty proportion is not guaranteed.
Bland Shoku,
Bland Shoku, yeah, Bland Shoku.
Dare you?
Bland Shoku.
Dare you? I've never heard anything more offensive. You could almost be like Nigel Farage to me right now.
Oh my god.
That's the worst offense I can think of. Like Nigel Farage to me.
You're Nigel Farage to me. That guy, I hate that guy. I really loathe Nigel Farage. I'm sorry, audience, if any of you somehow love him. I really loathe that guy. I hate him so much.
He's just such a grifter. All he only does things to make money for himself. He's so mercurial. He doesn't really believe in anything. Nothing. That's the thing that annoys me. That's the thing that annoys me the most. Like, it's not about being a Brexiteer and all of that. I know lots of Brexiteers and, we disagree, but they've got valid opinions and I can't deny that, and I can quite happily engage with them. But Nigel Farage only does it for the money. That pisses me off.
I don't know what the valid pro-Brexit opinions are now. Like,
well, it's done. There's no opinions to have anymore. It's done. We live in it now. But it's and the fact that's the problem, because now he's done the thing that he never actually thought he was going to achieve. He took that on so that he could run around in a flat cap pretending he was the man of Britain and get money for it, right?
Yeah, of course. All of them did. All of them did.
Yeah, and so then when it happened, he was like, wait, how am I gonna make money from people now? So now he's got to find new things, like saying, oh, that kid shouldn't come to his grandfather's funeral to get his money. I mean, come on, what apps? How low do you get? So he's like an orange man we know once. And the orange man is far richer than Nigel Farage will ever be.
I don't know about that. I think that dude's broke.
Oh, no.
No, he's broke.
Nigel Farage is doing cameos now for 30 quid a pop. 30 quid.
That's kind of funny.
That's it.
That's kind of funny.
That's hilarious. Right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, who does that, for 30 quid? I wouldn't even bother doing it for 30 quid,
Are you sure? 30 quid.
30 quid.
30 quid just for you to go, ow!
The thing about Cameo I don't understand is I just don't see how people enjoy it, right? Like,
it depends. I could see it being kind of fun. Like, it depends on what kind of request you get, right? If people want you to do something dumb or if people really just like, I don't know, man.
But lots of them are like just can you say happy birthday to someone because they love you?
Yeah, and honestly, like getting paid a little bit of money to wish happy birthday and knowing that someone's going to be a little hyped that you're wishing them happy birthday, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, but you used to write fan letters to these people and they'd write you back for free. Now you have to pay them? Like, I don't know.
Oh, that's on you. That's your problem with Cameo, not me as a star. I'm talent.
Okay, but it doesn't seem right to me. Like, it just seems to break some of what we should be doing. I don't know.
I'd pay Gilbert Gottfried to say Sanchoku.
What if you've got a message from Gak and his broken English back in it? Do you know what? And no, I can't tell that story because that's an actual story about Gak I'm not allowed to tell.
Wait, what? You have stories
It's
about
pretty
Gact you're not allowed to tell?
I have, yeah. Do you know what? If people are coming to WRC, get me a drink, and I will tell you the story. I won't put it on the internet,
Is it
but I
like a
will tell you.
hashtag cancel Gact story, or is it just like a
No,
weird
no,
funny
no, no,
story?
no. Gag's super nice, but it's one of those like weird things where you're like, there was this, and it was gagged. Yeah, it's one of those kind of like you don't really expect it to be gagged.
Was he really into crap? That band that I got to yell at.
No, Megadeth.
Yeah, was he secretly really into Megadeth?
Oh my god, if we could get Gact and Megadeth to collaborate, I would pay 30 quid for that.
Running a side by at a Family Mart. That would be really funny.
I do. I've got a lot of respect for Gact. Actually, he has a lot of angry political opinions that don't really go along with the mainstream of Japanese society.
Are they good
And I don't know if
opinions?
you like. I think they're good. So there's been like this long running Cool Japan campaign
Hey, I know that.
where, yeah, they're supposed to get people interested in Japan through its culture. It sounds great, but really all that happens is the government funnel money into their big tech companies. It's just a way to subsidize them. And Gact came out and he just gave it that he's like, this is dumb, everything is dumb, this doesn't help musicians or culture creators or anything, blah blah blah. And I was like, good for you, Gact. Because he's not lots of them can't say anything, right? Because they're all contracted up to the tits. But Gact's a bit of a free spirit, so I have a lot of respect for that.
That is cool. It's good when people are willing to tell the truth about stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not super conspiratorial or anything, but I do think, yeah, a lot of the times these programs don't really necessarily help, or you need to figure out how to. I don't know.
These programs are notoriously difficult to run, but
Yeah, I would take
I don't know.
it, but that's only if I was pushing real hard. You're not pushing.
No, I don't. I don't see that I need to. Yeah, I don't see I need to push against this. I don't think novice is a novice. I'm getting that suspicion now.
What's a Gact? Gact was a performer. I don't know.
He's still a performer.
I wasn't sure if they were still active. I don't know much about Gact.
Well, so Gact is a man, right? He's an individual.
Well, I don't even know how Gact identified. The only thing I'd ever heard about Gact, to be fair, is like that a lot of their visual presentation was very androgynous. So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't really know, so I'm trying to be respectful.
Yeah, so yeah, when he was in a band, it was definitely more of an androgynous. It was kind of at that Visual Kei kind of era, and then he went solo because he's a very talented individual, yeah, he became very famous on his own right, and I think he's sort of no bollocks to that. I think he's from Okinawa. Yeah, but he's like when he came out of his solo stuff, it was really very sexualized. It was no longer androgynous. It was a lot of sexuality in it, which was kind of unusual, I think, for the time for Japanese pop to go so sexy. It wasn't kind of like WAP style. It hadn't gone that.
I was gonna say, everyone like Gap.
Not
Like,
not like yeah. It wasn't like American standards of sexual, but
What was it like? Maybe we'll hug. Is that like?
It was a little bit like how they were saying like the Beatles were really working the ladies up. It felt a bit like that, but his lyrics were a bit sexy. His lyrics were definitely there was a lot of like passion and emotion, and it was beautiful teenage angst. It really hit that spot.
I've never been a teen. I was born this age. I've never been a teenager. I don't understand.
You never had teenage angst? You really missed out, man. That was some great times.
I feel like everyone does not like their teenage angst.
Oh god, I miss it so much.
Do you miss it? Or do you miss being able to think that it was legitimately important?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Maybe I've just tipped my hand about having teenage angst ever, but
It's a good question. I don't know, Dave. I don't know.
Because I feel like in my recent years of of being old, I've realized one of the things that is gone from my youth is the sense of urgency and importance that permeated a lot of things.
Yes.
That nowadays are kind of just like, I don't fucking care. Like,
I know, right? I don't know. Maybe it's because I miss having problems that just aren't going to go anywhere. Like now, the problems I have.
Good pick.
I know. Now the
Wait.
problems I have are like, I don't want to lose that Dora, that 5-man.
Okay.
I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna call it now. If I get the
yeah,
four man,
I would
I'll
call
call
through
it.
and just be done.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. That's great. 357 is a great shape
Yeah.
now. Now you got the juice.
Yeah. So I'll call the
Totally
8-pin as well. I won't call the 5-pin. I'll call the 8-pin then. So I'll call the 4, the 6-man, or the 8-pin. Yeah. So I miss my problems not really mattering. You know, like I miss getting excited about them and having it be like a thing in my life. Did I? I did cheat that, right?
You did, but I think someone's considering ponging. I think player right is flushing it.
Come on, Barden.
They're thinking. There we go.
So I'm going to spray the 7 because he's throwing the 7. He's possibly the most dangerous at the moment.
Interesting.
Yeah, whereas now, like, my problem's, like, real, and it really... I don't know. I don't like things... Oh, bugger.
Well, now
I don't like things matter.
But he might throw a 5. He might throw a Dora.
You know,
could see him doing
and that's why I should have kept that 7. That's why that 7 throw was an error. If I'd have kept that 7, I could have easily thrown the 8.
Oh, that's true.
If 9 came out, then I'd have been buggered, so...
Yeah, that doesn't help you that much. But...
I think I got to push this one, right? Because I've got
I feel
1,
like
2,
you
3, yeah.
You do.
4, yeah, it's a man gun, right? Yeah.
All right.
Hi, Reki.
Hi, Reki.
So Reki was the individual who gave me the bollocks.
Wait, what?
That sucks to be me.
What?
I didn't deserve that. I don't think I deserve better than that.
That's butts. I mean, nice hand, Peppermint. But that's butts.
Yeah.
That's butts.
Yeah, nice hand.
Nice hand. No.
Yeah, nice little swizzle there. But I'm gutted. I'm not gonna lie.
No negative vibe to Peppermint on that. But damn.
Right. Yeah, I miss. Do you know what? I really miss crying my eyes out over something.
Oh, I still do that.
I don't do that.
Pretty much all the time. It's just all that I'm just weeping constantly. Have you met me?
Is that internally weeping though, or like the proper like tear stained pillow? You have to turn it over. It's gotten so wet.
It's snot stained. You get really just ugly crying there. Oh, this is a great spot you're in though. You got every potential.
Yeah.
Up here.
I know, but it would have been better if I'd won the last one, and then I'd be dealer now, and I'd be even happier.
And you got Pinfu.
I didn't win.
And it's not East because it's not East round anymore.
And I never drew another tile I ever needed ever again.
That's true. Yeah, that's how it goes. The fluidity of social street. Yeah, it is true. I feel like school had this weird thing where everyone was there because you're all there. Like the social
things happen
different.
Quickly, right? Yeah.
And now it's almost like you'll only ever lose friends. Like friends will only ever move away or cease communicating with you for some reason. Maybe not malicious, but whatever. But like you'll never gain new friends. Because it's so hard. Because at work it's so hard. But in school it's like you get crushed into this zone where everyone's just kind of hanging out. You're all the same age. You're all doing the same thing. So you have like this pre-made social pressure to be friends with someone. But like with work and modern life, it becomes really hard. Yeah. What is this? You're not going to get any. You're never getting a tile.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really have a friend group, I guess, when I was in school.
I'm just gonna hope you get a 4-pin.
I didn't really get in with the cliques, I guess.
The cliques.
The cliques.
I had a friend. I wasn't. I wouldn't say I was in with the cliques, but I had some friends in school. I mean, I don't know. Everyone always talks about high school like it was a big dramatic time full of big dramatic things. And like actually, high school was like pretty mellow for me. Like I had some friends.
I think the bigger drama for me was always on the school bus, because yeah, it'd be fine. Yeah, because like at school I had to study, right? But on the bus, that was like I had to go. My bus was an hour and a half, right? So it took me an hour and a half to go to school. So I spent about 2 to 3 hours on the bus every single day, and I had nothing else to do but be drama. It was wonderful.
There was no drama on the bus. I don't remember any at least.
God.
Oh my god, what is happening? This has been an entire hand of nothing good happens for
Yeah,
Gemma.
yeah. You see that
Like,
one? Yeah, that one. So was the last
that
time
one. So what's the
something
last
happened to
time
me.
anything good happened to you? This entire hand.
I mean, I've drawn a lot of tiles that I can. Yeah.
This
What is
is
up with that
so
British school system? It's
sad.
broke, man.
I'm
It's
really
broke.
sad right now.
Yay! I don't know if
I would
I
reach it.
want
I would just
to.
reach it. I'd reach it and throw the 3-pin.
No, because the 7 and 4 have come out, so maybe someone will throw them to be safe. Maybe I should reach it. What is it? It's just pin through. Now I'm going to reach it. I'm going to chase his reach. Barton, I'm coming for you.
All right.
But you know, I could throw these east and be safe. So do I really want to do that?
I don't know. This is pretty safe.
Yeah. Yes.
There we go. Oh, you were just timing your
thing I-
epots. You were timing your epots.
Yeah,
is what you were doing.
I was. That's some like high level shit. That is.
And another Dora. All right. It's only manga still, but it's
Yeah.
nice. But the pin for that actually, with a pin for that last Han is worthwhile.
Yeah, it puts me back up in the game
Nice.
again. Not Barden's level of game because
No,
that-
but you're in
that
it. You're in it
kid's
to win it. Barden
that
is still
kid's got real game.
high. Oh, look at that! You're just throwing away the 13 orphans chance. Just
waiting in
hurling
the library playing Tetris on my own for an hour after school each day. Wow. I'm gonna play 13 orphans. It's not 13
it.
orphans.
I'm
That'd be
playing
silly.
Tetris on my own. Yeah, go for Coke sheet. You got this Coke sheet.
I will now go for Nagashi manga.
Nagashi's a good hand.
I had to pay for my school bus. We had to pay it for the
You
year.
had to pay for the school bus.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we paid taxes for the school bus, so it's all in how the money moves. But like,
No, we had to. My parents had to pay out for it. It was
Oh,
a lot of
wow.
money as well. I know,
That's
it
crazy.
sucked.
well, what if they didn't pay for it?
Homeschooling, I guess. I don't know.
Well, you're Nagashi.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like I really don't know. So I don't. It's like a tax they put on rural communities, right? I bet you the rest of America they have similar problems.
Well, again, usually, at least for me, the school bus. I'm assuming the school bus. It must have been paid for. The driver must have been paid, but it must have been done so just through taxes. So,
Yeah.
like again, like the money just comes from a different place. It's not like we didn't pay for the bus. Oh, this is rough times because your hand looks like it could potentially be good, but like it's not there.
And I am east though,
You're east.
so I could throw these 3 pins
Yeah, you
anyway.
got 3 pins,
By
so
my,
that
oh,
one.
I've got the 2 pin now as well, so I could, I'm just gonna clear from here and give myself some time to see if other
Yeah.
ways routes to are opened up to me.
Yeah, and you can bide your time a little bit and see what happens.
Yeah, we had to buy our school uniforms, right? You can't get your school uniform paid for by taxes.
Buy everything. What the heck?
It's not like your schools are well funded. I've heard about your schools. I watched
My
the TV.
school. Oh, Chitoy is dead now, but this was a very Chitoy hand.
It would have been if I hadn't thrown the 3 pin to avoid what was going on over there.
Yeah. I mean, the schools. Oh, there we go. It was a 5-8. Wait,
Mm.
the schools where I grew up were very well funded. To be frank, I was lucky enough to live in a fairly well-to-do neighborhood where our schools actually got money and our teachers were actually paid. And we also, I mean, to be fair, we also as students didn't physically assault them regularly like they do in other schools.
I did lock our lab assistant once in the cupboard, so
What?
I was. I don't know why, man. I
What?
got in detention for a long time for that.
Yeah, why would you do that?
I don't know.
Gemma,
it was
were you a bully?
I might have been.
Were you a bully in school?
I wasn't a bully. You have to have a gang to be a bully.
You don't have
Just
to have a
didn't
gang.
give
No,
a
you
shit.
don't. You have to lock people in cupboards.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it now. Okay, I'm a better human now. But
Oh
at
my
the
God.
time, I wasn't. No, as a teenager, it was awful, absolutely horrendous. I don't really know why my parents kept me in the house.
They probably thought you'd get killed if they let you out. Yeah, you
You see,
don't need a
Casimir
gang to be a
agrees with
bully.
me.
Bullies don't have a gang. That's not how it works. I mean, you can be a bully and have a gang. This is the teen. Yeah, this is the teen angst Gemma misses of being like, did I lock too many people in the cupboard today? I don't know.
I didn't lock a student. I would never lock another student. Teacher's a fair game, man. I was giving it to I was sticking it to the man.
The man in the cupboard.
Because the high school would overpower me. Yes, it's probably true.
Can't believe you. Such poor behavior.
It really was.
Is it Cheeto time?
I got into trouble a lot in school, to be
Well, it
fair.
could have been half flush Cheeto time, but to be fair, that would have been reckless as heck. It would have been heckless.
Exactly. Thank you, Charles. I would never have done that to a fellow student. That's just not right. It's not right.
Ugh.
I'm trying to think, did I ever do anything? The only time I can remember doing something bad to another student was when I was in primary school and my brother promised a child who was in the year above me even. So my brother's 3 years younger than me, but he was 4 school years younger. And he managed to get into an arranged fight with a kid who was significantly bigger than him, like much, much bigger.
Okay.
And like it filtered through the classes and they're like, your brother's going to have a massive fight with David Newcomb. And I'm like, no, you can't have a fight with David Newcomb. Like he's just too big, you know? And it was at that stage when girls would just manage to grow above boys, you know? Because there's that weird kind of point where girls shoot up before the boys do.
Okay.
And I was like, I can't let my brother, because this David Newton was going to just floor him. My brother was small, you know, he was young, you know, 3 years younger than him. So I was like, oh. So I, you know, in Game of Thrones style, took up the fight as his champion.
Can you do that?
Yeah, that was allowed. That was allowed in my primary school. Apparently it was allowed because that's what I did. No one seemed to complain. Maybe they thought that me fighting David Newcomb would be a more interesting spectacle than David Newcomb smashing some kid who was 3 to 4 years younger than them. Anyway, so yeah, we had a big fight. Got in trouble. Had to sit in detention.
Why was this fight happening?
I don't know. My brother started it. Like it was dumb. It was probably over like marbles or some bullshit crap.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
It's a war zone. Thank you, Terrell. It's a war zone.
Marbles.
The strongest survive. Like I probably had several other like siblings I never knew about because they died in the war zone at the playground.
Joe, what is this? No,
exactly. Pesinator, why wouldn't the fight happen? Like this dumb question. The fight was going to happen. That's what kids do.
What is his hand?
It's not going to happen. It's not going to be as nice as I'd hope it would be.
It could be a cheat-toy, but I feel like that's rough times right now. You can't just cheat. Concealed fortune. Yeah, it's true. It could be Suanko.
Ooh.
It could be Suanko.
Yeah, but if I get the 8, so that's going to screw that plan. Could be
Cheetoy. Could be Cheetoy.
Could be Sanako.
Could be Sanako. Yeah, Cheetoy. I want Cheetoy, but Cheetoy... Oh my god, you did it! I might Dama the Cheetoy, or do we want to just call it out for Toy Toy?
I'm still tempted to go for Suanko because it's right there, but I won't. That's rude.
No, 1/6 is already out. It's rough.
Yeah.
It's rough. And with this reach, you can reach when you get a decent weight. Maybe, if you want to. Marbles. I never.
It might have been
Pogs. I don't know much about
Pogs.
Pogs were a big deal when I was a kid.
Yeah, it might have been Pogs. I feel it's either on Micro Machines. Micro
Machines.
Yeah.
Oof.
I really liked Micro Machines. Kids these days don't know what's good for them. And mine's on the other school. Oh, you had 2 schools.
Oh my god,
where you could fight them. I don't want to reach this, but I feel maybe I should be.
The West was safe. The West was a dead weight, so you can't change to the West. I don't know. Yeah, it might be reach time with the con, actually. Is this it?
I can't wait on that one. I'm going to have to reach on it because it's dangerous. You know, I got away with it. It was dangerous, so... It's pretty obvious that my tempo.
If the 4 makes it through, the 7 is likely... Ah! You should run!
That's why Cheetoy is the dumbest of all the things.
Oh
well.
The question is, would you have gotten away with throwing the 7, which is unknown, but maybe. I would have
You're
waited on the
very
1. I would have waited on
You're
the
into
1.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Magic. See, I was too old for Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Magic cards, and I didn't bully my fellow children. I didn't bully my fellow children.
No, the problem here was not that Cheetoy was bad. The problem here...
Yeah. I do remember when the kids, like, below us started really getting into Harry Potter. I don't remember I thought that was weird because it sounded like the worst witch, but less good.
How are we gonna win this game?
I think second is our best option.
Well, hold up. What are we? Is this South 4? It's South 4. So
Yeah.
let's see. Hanuman Sumo brings you up to 31. Hanuman Sumo.
We've got to find Hanuman.
What?
I've got to find Hanuman.
Oh, I don't care about that part.
Okay.
Hanuman Sumo gets you second place, unfortunately, the way the table points stand right now. That's the problem. You end up at 31-7. At 31-6. And Barden ends up at 31-7.
I should have gone for that side.
Which kind of sucks. But, yeah, this is rough. If someone reaches, if there's an extra 1,000 on the table, then you can win.
I know, but I'm so close to last.
Honroto. It might be time for Honroto.
Haruto is one of the shittiest hands of all
You
time.
have the pairs. You've got this.
But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles. Not good.
Everyone's
I
gonna
get the
throw
joke
them
on.
though. They'll never.
Thanks, Candace.
They'll never see it coming.
I see. I'm bizarre. Sorry, I'm bizarre. I am bizarre, but also I'm confused because I would have thought you'd be screaming flush, flush, flush.
Oh, you can flush, but Honroto's worth more. Because the flush is only 2. The Honroto's gonna be 4. Toy Honroto.
I know, but the I mean it's only 3 away, whereas the Honroto is 5 away.
I don't care how far a thing. Am I someone who seems like he cares how far away a particular hand is? No.
Oh my god, you become American again. This is what happens when you go back to America.
It's true. Here's a reach point. Here's the reach on the table. Now the Hanuman Sumo wins it. Oh, but this flush really is happening. No, this flush really is happening.
Exactly. And the 9s are safe, but it's not going to happen because I've secured my. Yeah, Barden, you were not a novice. You lied to me.
No,
when you came on this table.
Barden was not letting that go by. Was not just going to sit there and see what happened. Yeah, Shantan Spontan.
Barden has really, he really kept that game pushing on it. Like, he did good there.
Yeah.
He was a player of the match there, I think.
Did not give up. Let's see if we can get one more in. Because we spent a lot of time.
Oh my god, it's already simple. We did gossip a lot.
Yeah, we gossiped a lot. We had a little bit of trouble getting set up.
Yeah, and next week we get to talk about poor Prince Philip's funeral because that's happening next Saturday.
Wait, what are we talking? Oh, the funeral itself.
Yeah, he has a funeral.
It could be one of Ricky's many events.
But because it's COVID restrictions, so he can't have the state funeral. So, and only 30 people can attend. And if you're like a prince, that's going to be a real fucker to decide your guest list. 30 people. I mean, how many children? He's got 4 children. 4 children. They're actually not all married anymore, so I'm going to have to worry, I guess, about the other halves. 4 children. How many grandchildren? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 8? No, hold on. He's got a lot of grandchildren. He's got 4 children, right? So then there's a lot of grandchildren. And the great-grandchildren as well. No, I mean, that's going to be difficult. I don't know how he's going to do that. Because installing Final Fantasy. Oh, zapped. Totally. Final Fantasy, I'm terrified. Like, I tried to get my friend to do it, and he's like, what is all this crap? And then he wanted to subscribe. Mog Station is the real end game of this game, because if you can get through Mog Station, you can get through anything. Yeah. So are you trying to install it on your computer or your PlayStation? Because it's mildly easier on the computer. It zaps all along.
It zaps all along.
Come on, Barton.
It's not that bad to install.
I need another game. If you're watching Barton, I need another game. No, on PlayStation really is. If you want to get the free trial on the PlayStation, you have to make sure you download the right thing, and you've got to find that in the hell, which is the Sony store. You got
to search for the free trial, and then you can get it. It's not that bad, but it's a little wonky. But I like Final Fantasy. I'm really hyped for the new expansion. I'm really hyped for the new patch. I'm going to be doing all the new patch stuff. Don't worry, Gemma. You should just join us for Monster Hunter sometimes too, because hunting monsters is pretty cool. Because you get to hit them with a big horn.
No, I refuse. Yes, it's Pesinator, exactly. That's the kind of content that happens. And then if you do decide to get the full version, you have to remove
you're like,
the trial
it's so
entirely.
surreal. Like, I don't understand how this... Like, can we just tell them we're user interface consultants and have them pay us to tell them that this is the fucking worst? I just got an email from Walgreens about my vaccine, but they censored it. The email says, "Hi David, thanks for getting your first dose of the C and then a bunch of asterisks vaccine." As if they think that if they email me, like someone's going to look over my shoulder and see some personal medical information about what. Maybe there's a law that says they can't. Of course, further down there's a COVID-19 questions image. So like, what vaccine do you freaking think?
I don't know, like,
weird.
Yeah.
No, I paid for a different Final Fantasy game. I should probably stop paying for Final Fantasy 11.
11? Oh
Yeah,
my
I
God,
started playing it, and I was just for historical curiosity about like what is this older Final Fantasy. It's super interesting in a historical curiosity way. But then I never stopped.
But the servers are still running?
Oh
And
yeah,
they're
the game's still
money?
up. They're still doing updates regularly. It costs them very little to do it, and a lot of people still like the game. They added a lot of things that let you play solo with bots, basically. So now you can like build a whole party to party with of all bots, and then you can just do the storyline stuff and the other things. I heard good stuff about it. I was curious about it. Oh yeah, Hunting Horn. Heck yeah, Hunting Horn.
I can't, like, no, I can't get into one of those games because I've got stuff to do.
I don't know. I don't grind Monster Hunter that much, but
it's the sort of thing that I know will suck me in, and then I'll be in trouble. I'm east. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and reach this.
Oh my god. 2-5 so wait, reach Pinfu Tanyo, Dora. Yeah, this is a great hand. What the heck? You're just cheating.
I was kind of trying to work out whether not reaching it would be more likely, but it's okay because my big plan was just to sumo it anyway.
Yeah. Reach Sumo Pinfu Tanyo. Yeah, that's fine. You just get a dealer honey, man. It's fine. It's great.
Oh, World of Warcraft. Yeah, you see, I wasted a lot of my best years on World of Warcraft, and I can't get them back now.
Okay, that's what I ended up thinking. I'm like, I could play through this, but it's kind of painful. And if I straight up had like a small group of friends where we were like, let's do this together as a friendo hanging out thing, I'd probably be interested because it could be fun. Because any game's really fun with your friends, and it doesn't seem like a bad game at all. But like, it does seem really weirdly cumbersome to explore. Again, for its time, I think it was really exciting. I feel like there's a lot of really cool stuff going on when that game came out. I don't know. But I probably shouldn't still have it. There's no reason to.
You should be paying for it now.
Probably not. I don't know, man. I like paying for things. It's what I do.
I just tell you that I'm running a game, and then will you just give me money every month for no good reason?
No. Again, for the UI really doesn't hold up now. It's terrible for now. But for the time, it was actually really interesting. Because, again, that was a time when, like, EverQuest 1... Hey, look at that.
I know, but it's terrible. It's nothing.
It's a fine, fast reach, though. You can get a red Dora.
Yeah.
For the era of EverQuest 1 and stuff like that was actually really... They had a lot of really interesting and exciting things in the game. Multiple different skills to use. Like, EverQuest 1 was just you hit attack and wait at the beginning, like when that game was first released. It was ridiculous how rudimentary that game was. So, like...
2002, wow.
2000, yeah, a long time ago. God. It's almost 20 years old.
I've got to get ready to play bloody Final Fantasy VII remake or whatever they're calling it.
Double ultra remake?
Yeah, I know. Which pisses me off is that I know I'm going to pay for it because that's
Did I get my free copy of remake?
But you can't get integrated if you get the free copy.
I know, which is just like... Again,
Dumb.
For me, I'm just thinking to myself, why don't I just keep waiting?
I'm like the opposite of Yuffie. I'm hoping they've toned it down a bit, in fact.
Because I guarantee, like... Hey, hold on. EverQuest 1 did have quests in it. If you didn't know, it did. It did have quests in it. They were just entirely undocumented. And there was no quest finder or quest journal or exclamation points over people's heads, but there were... dialogue pieces. I've told this story a million times, I'll keep telling the story. If you talk to certain NPCs, there'd be dialogue pieces with brackets. If you then said the bracketed words to them, you could then continue down a dialogue tree with them, and some of them would ask you to do something. Oh yeah, you would never level up. You get no XP from doing these things. But you could eventually get to a thing where you needed to hand a thing to a person, but they'd never tell you what the thing was that you needed. And if you handed the person something that wasn't the thing, they just take it and say thank you.
Sounds like real life.
Yeah. And then you'd be like, oh, huh. And they'd put it on. If you handed them clothes or an equipable item, they'd immediately put it on. And just be like, thank you. So yeah, like if you slaved away in some stupid
reach, by the
dungeon.
way.
Oh, double reach, that's good.
Oh look, all of my tiles.
Every tile is dangerous.
Oh, what can you do?
It was great.
Laugh now.
It was good, yeah. Like if you slaved away in some dungeon for hours to find some rare drop item that you thought was for a quest, and you gave it to the wrong NPC or did it without doing the right trigger, they'd just be like, "Thanks," and they'd put it on, and you'd be like, "Welp."
Sounds awesome.
This is where MMOs
Yeah,
come
games were
from.
far less forgiving in the past, right?
Oh yeah, what is
Wow.
that? 1-3 so wait.
Yeah, but it's a double
reach.
reach.
Yeah, double reach.
So,
Like, they
you
never
know,
did not to do a double
yeah.
reach, but like, jeez, nice
Yeah,
hand targeted.
could- It was so close to being, but then, double reach.
Yeah, no, double reach. You don't not take the double reach. So yawny today. Yeah. Poor guy.
Oh, so and you didn't feel unwell then after the vaccine? Sorry, I didn't think.
I don't know. I think I might have been slightly more tired than usual, but I can't really define it. I don't feel like I felt.
I was about to say, like, I'm tired for a lot of reasons.
I slept
It's
a little
not
more
all-
than I usually do, but I might have also just been finishing my jet lag off, so like I don't know
Yeah.
if that was a thing. I will
Yeah.
say the muscle in my arm hurt when I I got a shot in the shoulder, so it hurt a little bit when I raised. Minor soreness, but I think that's really any injection will give you minor soreness.
Yeah,
like
any
that.
jab is like that. Yeah,
So yeah, I think I was fine.
that's good.
And now second shot's going to be in a couple of weeks, and we'll see. People say second shot's worse, but who knows?
Well, you're stabbing it into it. They're stabbing it into the same arm, right? So it's going to the same muscle that you've already
Yeah, but it's
stabbed.
like a month later.
Man, I've ripped muscles at the gym and it hasn't gotten better after a month.
Well, yeah, but I haven't ripped a muscle. Like I just got a tiny injection.
Still,
now.
you've injured it. You've injured. You're putting stuff in it doesn't want in the first place.
How do you know? Maybe it totally wants it.
It's asking for it.
More
It's
how
asking
dare you? How dare more you? Oh.
He looks quite perky.
Phoenix, incredibly perky. Huff, 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 huff.
It's just balance.
I need to figure out what I'm going to eat for lunch. That's my big question today is what's for lunch.
Oh my god, we're being released from lockdown on Monday.
Oh my god, that's got to
I'm
be
going
so
to be
great.
able to go and sit. I'm going to go sit outside in the pub. I can't go inside the pub, but I can sit outside. I'm going to be exercising my right. I'm so bicep a slut. I am. I'm not going to lie. I just say that.
I know what I want to eat, but I can't get what I want to eat delivered, and that makes me sad.
I thought you'd just be eating bagels to make up the bagels.
I already had
for that.
multiple days of bagels.
Oh, you
I
did
did.
some. Oh, right.
You can't get bagels.
I was worried for you.
Call it my biceps.
Yeah, I was worried for you.
Oh
Why
my
don't
god,
you
bagels
take
so good
bagels
to
to
get back
Taiwan? Like that would be like that lady who made the British restaurant in Taiwan. You can make your bagel place in Taiwan.
I've thought about that. I have a
Okay.
few different thoughts about that.
Yeah.
Number one is I don't know how to make bagels well. Like I'd have to learn how to make bagels well to start with.
That's a problem. That is
That's
a
an
problem.
important one. But number two is a lot of people say, and I don't know if it's true, but a lot of people say the local water is really the key to the bagel quality. And I don't know if this is true. Again, there's some contention around this. But if it is true, then I'm never going to be able to. Oh my god, this is rough times.
I mean, when you say quality, you're probably talking about whether it's hard or soft, right?
The hardness, softness, the treatment of the water. Like people say New York water is necessary to make good bagels. I don't know if that's true, but people say it.
I'm pretty sure that. I'm pretty sure it must be down to the hardness of the water. It's not because they're putting fluoride in it or whatever. It's
No,
gonna
but I
be-
mean, there's some, I don't know, different.
We
water
say that. We
different
say that in this country, right?
There's
We're
different
always
mineral
obsessed
contents.
with-
There's different mineral contents.
Yeah, but so we're obsessed in this country with like which water makes the best cup of tea.
Mm.
But you can get different tea bags to kind of accommodate the water. Like it's definitely more drama than people like to make it out
Is
to
that
be.
oh.
This is a really bad weight. I probably shouldn't have done this.
Yeah, this is like what, a 4-so, 6-so weight?
I don't know why I did this. This was not how to play Mahjong. And I threw a Dora to make this very
Yeah,
bad weight.
I don't know if I would have done that.
No, I shouldn't have done this. This was very stupid. I just wanted to be the cool kid. Cornish beef is required to make good pasties. It's true.
I miss
Actually,
pasties.
do you know what? Only Cornish hands can make good
On the
pasties.
Cornish
My
hens.
gran used to teach me.
It is possible that some quality of the water is like meaningful in terms of the overall production process. It's possible, but again, I don't want to just repeat these things out of hand or but many people do. The general comment is you need New York water to make good bagels. I don't know if that's true.
Okay,
Um,
but I'm pretty sure like wherever bagels came from in the first place, because they didn't come from New York. Like some immigrants brought them to New York. Like I'm pretty sure wherever they put, they were like, oh, we can't make bagels like the old country
hey,
because
wait,
they had the best
it's
water there.
Shosangen Shanta. Hold up, sick. Almost Daisungen. Almost Daisungen. Sick
That's very
Shosangen Shanta.
nice.
That's nice. I give applause for that. So bagels were really perfected in New York. They were brought over from, I believe it was Polish immigrants. The general, they're kind of in the pretzel family of like, bread you hold on a stick.
Yeah.
But I believe bagels really ended up being perfected here in New York. Let's look this up. Bagel history.
Yeah, but I bet you still there was like some old granny saying we'll never get bagels like we used to in Poland. There definitely was. You can't deny it because that's always what there is. There's always someone saying that.
It was Poland. Interesting. They were called
This is
Abwarzenek, if I'm pronouncing it right. They were
where does the
feast
word
day
bagel
bread.
come from?
Wait, hold on. This is one person that they came from German monasteries as a feast day bread. But the other one,
I could believe, like the way that bagels are on the outside, that kind of like shiny, like that texture, that often feels more like a German style bread to me.
interesting. I'm trying to see if anyone has any real. A bagel is a bread product originating in the Jewish communities of Poland. It's shaped by hand into the form of a ring, but this doesn't say history. Here we go. The first known mention of the Polish word bagel, or actually bejgil, the Polish word, derived from the Yiddish word bagel, stated that food was given as a gift to women in childbirth. There's some evidence it may have been made in Germany before being made in Poland. It became a staple of the Polish cuisine. Its name derives from the Yiddish word bagel from the German dialect word bugel, meaning ring or bracelet.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. 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 Because they have a bread product they call a bugle actually, so that makes sense.
Interesting. So bagels
Or
brought
maybe
to the U.S. by immigrant
some actual
Polish
German
Jews.
speaker can correct us better.
Bagels brought to the U.S. by immigrant Polish Jews, and then it was controlled for decades by a local bagel bakers union.
I've just got an impression of like 1800s version of Dave telling people what they can and can't do with their bagels.
No, that's actually true. Apparently, all the members were Jewish. All the union meetings were conducted in Yiddish. All new spots in the union had to be handed to sons of existing local members. So it was an incredibly insular bagel union. And they had contracts with 36 bakeries in the area. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. You could do that in Taiwan. You could take your superior bagels, set up the bagel union, and control the bagel industry in Taiwan. It could be your destiny, Dave. I don't know why you're still here.
Yeah, the union controlled the market for decades until automation in the 1960s, when the Thompson Bagel Machine, Lender's Bagels in New Haven, Connecticut, started making the Thompson Bagels on the Thompson Bagel Machine, which made them readily available.
It means bagel production.
Yeah,
I don't get
bagel
bagels either,
production.
Ricky. I've never quite understood bagels. It's
What?
But I'm gonna.
What do you mean you don't get bagels?
Because you never got me the really good bagels when I was there. I never got these really good bagels. The bagels they sell here are bad.
And we will get the best bagels.
Right, okay. Well, once I got my vaccine, I'm coming over. Maybe I have to go there to get my vaccine. We don't know yet.
See, again, we will give you a vaccine. We don't care. We do not care. The thing about bagels that people don't get, if you don't get a bagel, a lot of people don't get bagels. I'll say this: a lot of people don't get bagels. They don't get them because they've had non-proper bagels, which are basically just
from the
bread,
bagel union,
normal bread in the shape of a bagel. In which case, yeah, why did you do that? You could just have had normal bread. There's no big deal here. It's not a thing. If you need to have a properly prepared bagels, McDonald's breakfast bagels are not proper bagels. They're not bad tasting, but they're not. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just bread. It's just different bread. But like, I'm doing more daydreaming about being back in Taiwan.
Well, we can have for dinner now, Dave. You're making me hungry.
Well, why don't you come get some bagels? I would get you every bagel. You have no idea how much I would love to do that.
But I think we're almost allowed out of the country, so
That's perfect.
I will totally come over and eat your bagels because that'd be so
yeah.
good.
Wait, why'd you do that? You probably don't want
I
to get rid
really
of the Red
don't want to
5.
throw away the. Yeah, I don't want to get rid of the Red 5.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a sticky one because we're East 4. Kind of tempted to call this. I'm gonna call it, I think. But there's only 2 more 4s left. And this is a really unideal. Like, so when you're calling, this is not the way to call. This is a bad way to call. You shouldn't call.
Well, it's all over.
It's over anyway.
It's all over. That's a.
But maybe he wouldn't have thrown the 1 pin, and it's over. It's over now.
Oh, it's entirely over,
Wow,
and you
Phoenix.
totally won by 100
Yeah.
points. That was a fast game. He left us right on time.
Wow, Phoenix. Look at him. Look at the teeny tiny Lala.
Oh, wait, you didn't.
Kicking his legs. Oh, look, he got all my points.
Wait, how did you? Did I read the scores wrong?
It was a double run.
Oh my God, I got distracted. Nice,
Yeah,
nice work, Phoenix. Nice work, nice work.
And I'm 5th queue.
That's all right. You got promoted. It's all good. What a game! What a game! What a life, indeed. You got to get some good bagels. We eat some good bagels. Right, but it is bad. Yeah, that SSG Chanta was pretty sweet. I'm referring to SSG Chanta because of the Dragon Ball reference, but also because it's really good. Like season Seer Mahjong ready. Oh, that'd be interesting. I think it just goes. Oh, it's on the.
That's just new
European
character.
data.
I
New
set up
character?
a new one for the. No, I set this one up years ago, but just only to play the European players. So the problem is as well, I'm mostly playing with this character in friendly games, right? And you don't get rankings for those.
Interesting.
Because, yeah. Yeah, so my Bexar is still over on Gilgamesh doing his thing. Gonna try and take him to done Scaife later.
Yeah, who makes a steam bagel? So the steam bagel skips the boiling, and they're baked in an oven equipped with a steam injection system. It requires less labor, but a fluffier, softer, less chewy product more akin to a finger roll that happens to be shaped like a bagel. Thank you, Wikipedia editor, because a steam bagel is the problem. Who
You
makes?
sure you don't want to be a bagel maker? It might be what you really always wanted to do. Do you know, I think you do really well in the food industry anyway. Like,
there's no money in the food industry. Is the
maybe-
problem. I have the love.
there is. If you start the chain and make you don't cook. You make the thing and then you franchise it out and then just take the money.
I don't know.
I want you to be rich, Dave. I'm trying to help you.
I actually appreciate that. I had a good idea about that. But yeah, like
Okay.
that's true. But I think actually this time that's when the EU crowd meets up. So it's a good it's a
The
good way to go.
presentation on base. Right, so next week I'm going to make a presentation on Atazuke because it is a nightmare.
Okay.
And Reki asked me a really good question, and like my internal noise was just like, oh, because yeah, I will make my presentation, and then you'll all understand why no one uses that rule anymore.
The one where you must have a Yaku guarantee.
You must have the Yaku, in your hand, but it's even more complicated than that if you like kind of delve into it.
Yeah, that's really a weird rule. I could see that being
Yeah.
something people get really fussed about because it's really hard to prove.
Yeah,
NYC
NYC
Cornish
Cornish pasty.
I would do NYC. I mean, frankly, the biggest competition you're gonna have here is just empanadas. There's
But they are American pasties. That's
well, they're not.
that's what the Mexicans
Empanadas
did
aren't
to us.
American. Empanadas. Well,
Oh yeah. Okay.
let's be fair.
Well,
I'm sorry.
It's in the
Empanadas.
Americas.
Empanadas are. I believe they come from Mexico and have been brought to
Yeah,
America,
they do.
but they're not like a U.S. quote unquote U.S. original. Let me see where
No,
do
no,
they come from.
but Mexico is still the Americas. So
Yes,
when
yes,
the
yes, yes,
Cornish went to the Americas,
South America,
we took
Latin
our
America,
pasties with
Philippines.
us. So there are so Mexico made it into empanadas, right? So but they still actually have a village which makes more pasty type things, and there's someone in Pennsylvania, I think, that also does pasties because of our mining heritage. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Ricky. It's really complicated,
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah. I mean, I think because people learn it by saying like, you know, if one side won't give you the yaku, that means that the Atazuki rule applies, but it's not quite like that. It's even more complicated. So it's good that it went. And that's the thing. Like a lot of these rules that kind of start to, that slip out or we start to modify is because it caused more trouble than it was worth. And that's kind of the thing with Mangan being rounded up. So
yeah, it's just like a weird pain,
like
a little number slip. It's like, why bother?
Yeah, and then more errors are made between the 7,700 and the 8,000 that are worth it, but errors that can cause the game to entirely flip, right? So it made it more sense to just remove that tiny little kind of blip.
Yeah.
But that does frustrate those who are more mathematically minded. I understand that.
Oh, I gotta look at the.
But anyway, so I'm gonna try and go over it, and because I have to refresh my mind as well because I really hate that rule.
One good bit of yeah, I could do a Cornish pasty franchise. I'd love to do that. I'd love to sell food to people. I feel like it'd be super great.
It's just honest work as well. Do you know how much work we do? It's not honest. Like you go to work and you do a lot of things, but you never really see something leave you and go to someone else, right?
Yeah, no, it'd be great to just make food for people. Super easy. It's great. All right.
There's always 397 to look forward to. There is always drawing number
397. Yeah, drawing number 397.
Okay, Dave, you should go get your food.
Okay, time for food, time for stuff. Thank you all for joining us. Sorry we're a little late.
Thanks, guys.
We will see you next week. And we will talk to you guys later.
Bye. Mahjong is the most dishonored work. But I'm the one being scammed by doing the work. I'm not scamming others. Bye, Ziggy. Bye, Pesnator. Bye, Becky.
Bye.
Bye.